Whether you're working on your business computer, your household laptop, confidentiality, integrity, and easy access to information are your top priorities. No different for college students. They just may have a different take on the order of importance of these needs. Today, providing a little guidance to our college kids as they learn safety in their own digital world, Doug Davidson of Jacadis IT Security Solutions back here with us. Doug, thanks for being back.
Great to be back.
Always good to have you. Now, college generation, they've just got a different take on this stuff than adults or older adults tend to have. I don't know if they're more lax or whatever, but they need to pay attention to this online security issue.
I think it's more a regular part of their world. When you're our age, it was new to us when we were in school. And so it's just not ingrained into the culture of how they communicate or how we communicate with people, but it is very much a part of their everyday lives, and so they don't think about things.
The other thing is, it started with a PC. They were taking the big desktop to college. Now they've got laptops and they've got handhelds and everything on their phone. So many more things to be concerned about when it comes to security.
Absolutely. When we work as a business with other businesses, our clients are concerned that their data is confidential, it's secret, it has integrity, which means it's accurate, and then it's available. When I sit down to do my term paper, I need to be able to do my term paper. Probably most kids, it's when I want to listen to my music.
Right.
Term papers take second fiddle, but that confidentiality, integrity, and availability is something that we need to think about as we send our kids to school. Can they work on their term paper when they want to? Is it there when it's ready to turn in? Those kinds of things are really important for them to be successful in school.
You've got 3 things for students to keep in mind with their technical tools, their toys, if you will.
Yes. Well, every time we come, Gail laughs at me because every time we come, we say we need to have strong passwords. And if we ultimately give the keys away to our tools, then other people can gain access to them. We need to keep them up to date and patched. If we don't maintain them well, just like a car that you don't keep the oil changed in, eventually the engine's going to seize. If I don't keep my laptop, my smartphone, my iPad, what have you, up to date, it may have a problem and get infected. And then lastly, I need to have a firewall and antivirus. There are bad people trying to do bad things to all of our systems, and those tools help prevent those kinds of bad things from happening.
All schools now, or most, I hope all, have a tech support place you can go.
Yes.
Do you recommend that for students, that they go and check in with those folks?
I recommend at that first visit, depending on how the school does it, whether it's in the spring, whether it's in the summer after they've been accepted, or later on in the school year, go find that tech support shop. Every school's different. Some schools have laptop programs where the students are buying the laptop from the school. Others, it's bring your own. Some support the kids on all their needs, or maybe a small charge. Others are, you need to take it to Best Buy or deal with it. Find out now as they're entering school what the needs are going to be, because odds are when it breaks, it's going to be Murphy's Law, and it'll be finals week or the night before that paper's due, and then they'll spend their time figuring out how to get it fixed rather than getting it fixed.
Exactly right. I've got a daughter down at OU, and she had the same thing happen. Where do I go now? So talk about backing up information. Very important.
Well, for any of us that have lost a term paper, the dog doesn't eat it anymore. We lose it. We lose it on the computer. They need to go to school with something to back their system up, and that might be as simple as a USB key or an external hard drive. There are online tools. There's a number of different choices, but we want to teach them and get them to take their critical data, that could include those music files and media files, but also their term papers, and save it somewhere else, because if it fails, they may not be able to recover it. If I've saved it somewhere else, I can bring it back and restore it and get back to work.
And the other thing that we really need to be concerned with now is the actual physical security of the item. It's easy to walk away with a laptop. It's easy to walk away with an iPad. You've got to protect that stuff.
Yeah, and you think about college dorm life, at least where I went to school, the dorms were wide open and people came and went. So you've got a laptop sitting on a desk. It's not locked down. You can buy a cable lock, very similar to what a bike lock would be, not as bulky, but you just put it into the back of the laptop and then chain it down to something heavy. Nobody ever wanted to lock their doors. It was kind of an open environment in school, but it's a good thing to lock your door if you've got that expensive electronic device sitting around.
No doubt. And you talk about the importance of don't have just a black bag, because there's a million black bags out there, right?
We did a few years ago. We had a client that traveled a lot on the Pacific Rim, and they lost some machines. People were stealing them, and a black bag just kind of blended in. And so we put blaze orange stickers on those laptops. We're not all just about technology. It's about how to protect the system and let the kids decorate, put stickers on so that theirs is an obvious, this is my computer.
Yeah, I like that one. All right, you got about 20 seconds here. Give us your last bit of parting advice for that student getting ready to head off to college.
Give them that lecture of take care of yourself, don't share too much information. They're not going to listen to you now. I've got 5 boys. I know how that works. But at some point, that advice will sink in, and they'll have the discernment they need to take care of themselves.
And all of these tips can be found on your blog, right?
Yes, at www.secure-value.com.
Perfect. Doug, thanks. Great information.
Thank you.
Good stuff.